Hi, everyone. Thanks so much and welcome back. It's always lovely and refreshing to connect with you. Listen, this special message is about drastic moves and root causes. Drastic moves and root causes. This is a brief message, but at its heart, and the soul of the message can be an absolute game changer for your life today, and really how you dissect your mood, choices, feelings, and the terrain of your life moving forward. Let me ask you a couple questions. Do you need some quiet time to regroup? Or do you need to cut your family off? Do you need to move halfway across the country for adventure? Or do you simply need to build in a few more vacations a year? Do you need to have a full-blown affair or simply reconnect to your significant other on a deeper level? Do you need to have the dramatic weight loss surgery or work on feeling better about yourself and reducing sugar? Now, the questions are general because I'm getting to a specific way of moving and making decisions that many of us are prone to, including myself. We do things often and can make dramatic and drastic moves in the name of doing better, feeling better, looking better, what have you. And the direction that we decide to go in has nothing to do with resolving the root cause. And the problem is going to return again and again. So this message is really about, before you do something drastic or dramatic or something misplaced, sit and ask yourself, what's behind this? What is the root cause? Let me share an example with you. Some years ago, I bought my first house. I was about to turn 30. And I was running around like a bat out of hell. It just hit me one day. Wow. So many of your friends are getting married. They're buying houses. And here you are. You're in this little brownstone that you're renting. And I was overcome with this feeling of, I need to catch up. So I got a realtor, ran around like a bat out of hell. And just frantically, that's going to solve it. I need to find a beautiful house and buy it. And there, I'm going to feel like I'm caught up with everyone and all is going to be well. So guess what? Whatever you focus on is going to manifest. I got myself that house. It was the wrong house for me. It all happened too quickly. I was not happy in that home in general. I was not happy. I was not prepared to maintain and care for a house. No one had talked to me about that. And ultimately, there was a tragedy that occurred in this home and ended up costing me several $100,000. And it was one of these things that, immediately after I made that purchase, and I put on the happy face, but it turned into cleanup work, really, in every shape, form, or fashion. And what I needed to do, the issue was, it wasn't about having the house per se. What I needed to be working on was getting more focused with what I was doing within myself, within my career, smoothing things out in the area of self-worth, self-regard, just getting focused. I needed to be reading more, just leveling things off within myself and my environment. That should have been and could have been done in my beautiful, cozy brownstone. But what I didn't do is sit and ask myself, what is this really about? And if I was honest with myself, you're looking around, you feel like you're a couple steps behind, and that's what this is about. So my message, like I said, I gave you some general examples, but it really goes specifically to the heart and soul of what we often do. We bypass the root cause. I'm convinced people could save their life. They could save their relationship. They could save a bucket load of money just by just sitting down, asking yourself, what is this about? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Could there be a different solution that is not so dramatic that would really address the root cause? I sat with a gentleman several months ago. Life is in complete, utter, total shambles. He decided that his relationship had so many problems, and the way he put it, he wanted something fresh and new. Well, a couple things. If you're looking for something fresh and new, you may want to have exited in your mind what is old and stale, if you will. Just coining some phrases here. He didn't do that. So he stepped out. He stepped out on his wife with a young woman. Things happened as things do. This woman got pregnant. She made it clear, I'm having this baby. He now is literally in a living hell, paying a bunch of child support. He's torn between two homes. His existing children they are old enough to understand what happened. There's been loss of respect there. Tons of issues. His wife, whom he discovered after all this happened, was truly the love of his life and fought tooth and nail to make sure that she wouldn't walk out on him. But it's a strain. He's got to sit there and do the repair work. And what stunned me was what he said. He was like, I have to tell you, having gone through this, I thought it was an affair. I did something drastic. You know what I needed, Sheila? I needed a getaway with my wife. I needed to go away for a week or two to just hold her, to reconnect, to eat some good food, to walk on the beach. I just needed more time. And now look at this. And I did not sit with myself. And granted, he's doing the necessary cleanup work, but it didn't have to happen. The landscape of his life is changed forever because he was dealing with the surface cause and not the root cause. He did something drastic. And what he really needed to do was sit down and get situated and answer the question, what is the root cause of what is happening here? What is going on? And you can do this in every area of your life. A lot of times, it's not the relationship that you need to cut off. Perhaps you just need to get quiet and renegotiate some boundaries. Do you actually need to quit your job and just walk out? Or do you need to negotiate for a raise? You see where I'm going here? Do you need to trash everything and walk away? Or might you need to put some other things in place? It's not always the dramatic move. It's not always a dramatic move that is the best move. Often pausing, doing some introspection and asking yourself, what is the root cause? What is the root cause? I had another client. She went, had some dramatic surgery, some call it body augmentation. That's what they call it now. She had some dramatic surgery done, got very sick, and the surgery was botched. Spent many, many months in the hospital trying to get these chemicals out of her body because what they put into her body to augment a certain area of her body was toxic. These chemicals that they use were toxic, and she was already a beautiful person inside and out, but it wouldn't do her. And now she's not going to be able to ever fully recover from this botched work. And again, a very interesting moment. She said, I'm looking at myself and what I'm dealing with now. Sheila, I had it all. I had it all. I'm not going to recover from this. How am I going to explain this to someone I may meet in the future? I really should have been working on feeling better about myself. That's what I should have done instead of taking $20-something thousand and letting these people chop on me and put things in my body. So again, I encourage you, get to the root cause. What is really going on? And that'll set you free. This has been Inspirational Shorts with Sheila. It's always lovely to connect with you. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.